Okay, this will be a video chart on IDCC. This one continues to be a monster, and if the chart doesn't quite look familiar, that is because we're going to look at the 60-minute chart, and all that means is instead of each one of these bars representing 1 day's worth of price action like you normally see, each one is just going to represent 1 hour's worth of time. And the reason I'm doing that is I think it allows us to focus a little bit more in on kind of the shorter term, because longer term it's as simple as it's in a strong uptrend. So I mean, there's not really much to talk about in the long term, but definitely in a good sense, because like I said, it's just simply the bulls are in control, no doubt about that. But you know, got a few requests, and I know there's quite a few followers of this chart, so I want to get it updated at least in the short term and kind of talk about it from that perspective. So looking at it short term, we can see that there was a very nice gap up right here, and you know, like usual, not like usual, but for this chart like usual, but a lot of other charts have a hard time maintaining their gaps. But like usual for IDCC, you know, it did maintain itself. A slight pullback here, but nothing you know, severe. Didn't even retest the lows there. But this is going to be a important level of support. And remember, when I'm talking from a short-term perspective here. So when I say it's an important level of support, if this level fails, you know, that doesn't mean that the whole daily chart and weekly charts, you know, falling apart either. So just keep that in mind, that the context of this video is going to be more from the shorter term. But this will be an important level of support. Just want to make that extra thick, just because, you know, if the price were to come down here, you know, ideally you'd want to see it hold up and head back up. And then also, if we look and correspond this level, you can see it's basically right with the 50 period simple moving average here. And the other thing I should note is the market's still got about 5 minutes till it closes. So if you see these numbers changing, that's why, because the market's still not quite closed for the day. But this will be our key level of support. Now, in terms of even shorter term supports, $54 will be another one. Where am I getting this level from? Well, if we look back through the history of the chart, you can see acted as resistance, resistance, resistance once again, and then obviously when the price broke through it, you know, it really shot off and took up. And then more recently, you can see right here, helped act as support. So 54 will be a level of support to keep your eye on also. Now for the fun stuff, the levels of resistance. This is pretty easy because the chart is in just complete blue sky territory. So the short-term resistance is going to be right around this area. I'm not going to use the exact high because this level right here, if you kind of take the average and just put it in there, you can see that it has a little bit more price history with it. And I think that if this level falls, then there's no reason why this level up at 56.87 you know, wouldn't have any problem falling. So I'm just going to make this the key level of resistance, and you know, if you need an exact price, you know, just estimate it right around 56.60. You know, if that makes you feel better, but that'll be the key level of resistance for the chart. But overall, things are looking great. Short term bullish, long term bullish, medium term bullish. But from the short term perspective, like I said, you know, ideally you wouldn't want it to drop below this level. And a really good scenario would be if this $54 level can continue to hold also. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free. We've been making some good money together. So I'd encourage you to go to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was IDCC. Thanks for listening.